Bing, 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 bing. Here we go. It is a Friday. It is a Website One planning meeting. Sam and Alex and Matt may join us. Yeah, I'm usually often relying upon Michael. I haven't seen him around recently. There we go. So Alex has just got set up with the system. We're in a bit of I'd say a bit of a messy state. Like from about 6 weeks ago, we started doing these planning meetings, and we were kind of, particularly Michael and I, voting on stories and sort of making a commitment to get things done, and that worked quite well, and we got quite a lot done. And then I had the NHS project started, and things kind of got busy. Also, yeah, we got some stuff done, but I haven't pushed out some of the latest things yet, so it's all, the board is a bit of a mess. So, well, what we had been normally doing would be on a Friday is kind of like suggesting up to 3 stories each that we might vote on, and then you know, taking equipment and saying, yeah, I'll do that, and choose who does the stories. I kind of feel like we just maybe need to look through some of the things that are going on in the board, just to kind of clean up to begin with. We've got this, I'll just sort of touch on these things. We've got this one issue here about SSL challenge key. I set up HTTPS on the site the other day. Oh, Matt's joining us. Hey, Matt.
Hi.
Hey, great. Really glad you could join us. Just starting a little review of the board. Let's go to Website One pull requests. So I use the Let's Encrypt to set up the SSL, and that's good. But I think that the certificates are kind of like on a 3-month rolling thing, but there is an auto subscribe, and anyway. But so I've got this refactoring for like to move something into an environment variable. I guess I basically need, you know, like an hour or 2 to sit down and work it all out, work out what the SSL certificates, but I guess we've got like another 6 weeks before they fail, so I'm kind of being very busy. I've sort of put that aside. So that's what that is. That's that one pull request here, relates to Let's Encrypt. So it kind of, I guess it requires admin input and stuff. I don't know. But so that's kind of we will have to deal with that kind of stuff. That reminds me, I've got also for our other Harrow Community Network thing. There's a renewing the SSL certificates there. Renew SSL certs. No SSL certificates. Anyway, so just gonna go. We've got. Okay, so this one here. This is this was one that I myself to do, and it's basically just about editing HTML in some of the pages, which it's not even really a like it can be done entirely through our wiki editing system. And I've just kind of, there was like, I just got stuck on that. I'm trying and get that done over the weekend. That's kind of, the fact that I failed to get that done is one of the things I've been sort of saying, right, I can't take on any more tickets. I must finish the ones that I already committed to. So that's there. We've got this one here. What's this? Right, so you've added this one, Matt. We've got this issue here. This is about getting the downloaded production data. So, right, and so
that's done. If you want to close it,
yeah. Okay, so we've got a link to the instructions, and that's done. Yeah. So let's pull that. Let's pull that out there. That's one less thing. So then we've got here. We've got the. Okay, so this is your pull request, right? This is the issue,
right.
And you're saying that that's kind of now completed.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
And ready to go. Yeah, and so I guess it's funny that this you know, the review thing, I'm still not kind of comfortable using the GitHub review system. I'm a little bit suspicious of it for some reason. That's
yeah, I added you, but I
You know,
I
it's
won't
good.
do
It's
that.
good. I should get used to using it. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm just a bit nervous about it for some reason. I don't know why. That's just a paranoia on my part.
I don't think you
Um,
even need to do it. You
yeah,
just gotta.
I mean, I think some people have got their thing set up where they, you know, that they've got like a block and it says like, you know, it can't be merged until it's been reviewed by a certain person. They've got some really clever, detailed workflow things in there. But okay, yeah, and this is the test that you've got now here, that it makes sure that even if, yeah, the error is raised, then it will still, yeah, fantastic. That was
Yeah.
just what we were looking for. So the, yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, let's get that in and see if it works. I would say. So you've been running that locally. Yeah, let's squash and merge and pull that, and I'll maybe start a deploy in the background. Just got to, you know, get these things cleaned up so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so that's out there, and then so now, so this is this other related issue. Okay, and so this is like for us to recheck if
Yeah.
that all works, basically. Yeah.
I think it's gonna work, but
Yeah, but sensible to we'll have it there in you know, yeah. So that's the point. Okay, so now the please check column is looking a bit more sensible. So that's and oh, Alex, do stop me and ask me questions if you want to know. I know I speak fast, so if you want to know more about anything, just let me know.
Not a problem. I am just listening.
Good stuff. Okay, so we'll just go through the in progress to check where we are. Yeah, so Matt, did you say you started looking at this 500 trying to log in thing, the user login failure?
yeah, I've started. We voted on it, and I started looking.
Okay, yeah, the I guess the vote isn't updated. We voted a medium, didn't we?
Oh, right.
So I'll just update that. I guess in general, I'm often looking to get like maybe a minimum of 3 votes on a story.
Okay, yeah, it didn't seem we were getting a third. So.
Well, I would say, you know, like we may not within an hour, but like you can leave it 24 hours, you know, and don't let it stop you starting to work on the story if you're really keen, you know. But it's more about kind of leaving it out there because as an opportunity for other people to notice that that's going on. I would just say like don't feel like if you don't get a response in an hour that you want to click reveal. If it was me, I'd leave it there for a day, come back the next day. If nobody's, you know, and maybe even the next day say, hey, everybody, you know, this is it. It's like creating that, particularly because everybody's in different time zones. You know, I think the longer I would say if we try and leave it there for 24 hours to give everybody a chance to see the vote.
Okay.
Just a thought. Anyway, okay, so we've got here. Okay, so yeah, we have one new guy. AJ came in and he did a pull request adding a little element in when people sign up for premium plans with their Stripe thing, and I think that it can be done a bit simpler. So I've got kind of a cleaner one there. So if anybody wants to check that pull request there, I think that's ready to go. So I guess I'll maybe flag that in the channel in case anybody wants to give me any additional feedback on that. It's all green, isn't it? Oh, update the branch. Okay. That's say great work on this. PR, Matt. And then here, my PR is ready for review. If anyone wants to take a look. Okay, and that was kind of a weird one in some ways in that I maybe should have given the guy. It's like, you know, he submitted this simple one, and I kind of realized afterwards that it could just be shortened, and maybe it would be better to give him feedback in the pull request. But I kind of was like, oh, it works, merge it, and then so I've done a pull request. But there we go. So with the ongoing epic of premium membership, there are some of our Cucumber things take a long time. I mean, I guess this one is like I'm not doing this, so I should rather than hogging that, let's clear the assignees and put that back into the ready column. So, and we've got some other ones. I think this one is this. I guess epics get to stay in here basically as things that people have done. And then there's this ongoing one of me. I've totally failed to kind of keep up with the documentation. There's like still a load of the documentation is still in a kind of bit of a state. So there we go. Okay, so that's it. That's showing us our in progress epics sort of. I'm definitely okay. So yeah, images and logos, particularly Stripe. Was this actually the okay, so this is AJ here. This was the enhancement that he did, right? That now the premium mod membership. It kind of looks better the way he has it there. I wonder if. Yeah. Anyway. But I think that's yeah. So it's that his thing wasn't linked up to that, so I think that's potentially closed. So that's the. Was it other places where it should go? Yeah, I guess I'm going to close that out for the moment. Yeah, we've got there's an ongoing thing about resolution in our emails that I don't get to see very much, but I guess I'm just gonna. It's 1253. I'm just going to create a new issue there, which is resolution of graphics in emails, as mentioned in 1253 by Brian. Our graphics in Stripe emails, low res, could be improved. Okay. All right. So I think we've managed to clear the board up a bit. There's lots of things in there. There's ready. Okay. So I guess then we can actually sort of move on to the general thing that we would usually do in a kickoff, which is see if there's any particular things that we want to vote on. Look what's out we've got here. Yeah, I think I'm going to update this branch and merge it. I guess the question is it ready for merging? Here's one here. Yeah. I guess the question is also if there is more work to do on this PR to make it complete. Do you think there is? Sounds like we had some kind of miscommunication. I'd really love to get his thing merged in. This is it's not that big a. This is about making it so that we show fewer of the old projects. I thought we were waiting for him to do like an extra thing on it, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, he couldn't make it today, so there we go. Okay, so
he updated that, didn't he?
I mean, I think he's been regularly merging it into develop, but I don't know that he's done any new commits of functionality. And when we spoke to him about 3 or 4 weeks ago, as we talked through like what it does, I thought he's saying, "Oh yeah, no, and I'll need to do this, this, and this." And I was saying, "Well, you could split that into 2 pull requests. You could, this, that, and the other." But then he's saying, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just saying like he thought he was waiting for something from my end, but now he seems to, I'm getting the sense that he's saying like it's kind of done. So I'll merge it there and then maybe give it a proper review, and maybe we can just get it in. And part of the problem is, when things get left, and that was despite us meeting in the Hangout, we managed to have the miscommunication. But anyway, so the question now for the kickoff is there anything that people would like to vote on? Are there any stories in the backlog that don't have a vote that we think should be being voted on?
I don't have any.
You don't have any new ones, Matt?
No, I can see a little bit, but I
Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. I mean, we voted on the one that you want to work on, so that's great.
Yeah, that was the only one I'll probably get to
Yeah, so that's fine.
next few days.
Now, I guess for Alex, you've only just got the configuration working. You probably haven't had a chance to look through and see any tickets that you would like to work on yet.
No, I haven't observed them, but I have a question about priorities. What is your top priority goals?
Priority. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, really the top priority is to try and get more people signing up for the premium and upgrading to the premium mob and the face-to-face and so on, because that all brings in revenue for the charity. So we have one ticket that was created today that I think is quite related to that. So was this one. So we had a user today who's a premium member who was trying to upgrade to premium mob, but it doesn't work because the premium mob upgrade at the moment only works for Stripe and not for PayPal. So he's a PayPal user, and I think he's the first PayPal user who's tried to update from premium to premium mob.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is oh, go on.
I look at it closely.
And so this is kind of, I mean, I think I told him, you know, can you sign up just with pure PayPal? And I think he's going to do that, but he hasn't done that yet. So this is a kind of, you know, and I think he probably will, but it's definitely the fact that this failed meant that maybe we will, you know, lose out on income that we were otherwise getting. So we should certainly try and get this fixed. So I would say, you know, for me, it's any stories related to processing the payments, to you know, kind of the way that we encourage users to go through the site. I don't know if you've noticed, Alex, the way that we have in the site. Like if I log out of the site at the moment, when you kind of start here, it's like we've tried to make it so that this is like kind of more friendly. It's just saying like project review meeting, get started. We're trying to, and we've have it with this link that if you click on the link here, it sort of takes you straight to the sign up. If you then do sign up, we get you to the getting started page. We've got some changes we want to make here that the marketing team are working on to try and make this simpler and smoother. But once you are logged in and you're on the homepage, then come on, here we go. Log in. No, I just didn't click it. Interesting. It takes you to, I think, login automatically redirect. Oh, I was on that page. It now has the button. If you're logged in, it says upgrade to premium for additional support, and that takes us straight to the premium. So this is the place where someone would subscribe for premium via Stripe or via PayPal. And if you're then a premium member and you're on this page, then it says upgrade to premium mob to work with a mentor and so on. So we've got this kind of escalator that tries to encourage people to move along the yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, the other thing is, as well as that, is of course supporting the existing premium mobs. And so we have a lot of private meetings for the premium mobs and so on. And we've got some other tickets related to that. Like, I think, you know, it's great to get more people in. We want to also to continue to deliver convenient and helpful service to the people who are receiving premium mob. I thought I'd seen a thing related to that. Let's have a look. And that's all old things. I think there's one, maybe we voted on already. I think private. There we go. Yeah, this one here. Private events for premium members. So at the moment, for running a mob session, I keep on, pinging people in the Slack in private channels. But if we could have like a private, like at the moment there are public events like this one that we have, but then there's if we supported private events, then we could use that to help manage and make it easier for mentors like myself to manage the events and also for people to join them. So anyway, that's a feel of the few of the sort of things. I guess I'm just looking at the other stuff in estimated that's high priority. Yes, so we've got this. There's like cleaning up the site. Archiving the old projects. That's what Romu's pull request is related to. Look, I mean, there are things in there, but bits and pieces. Yeah. So that hopefully that gives you a flavor for the things that are, I would say, the priority. We want the site to look good. We want people to be able to navigate the site easily, to be kind of, where possible, led down the pathway to signing up for the premium plans. And then once they're involved in the premium and the premium mob is getting, good service and support, hopefully so that they will recommend us to their friends and families, or to the boot camps that they present at, like Matt did today. So, but I guess what I propose that we do, I'll stop. So Alex, you're welcome to work on anything in the ready column. I guess the idea is, the way we organize this is that, ready is kind of like the higher priority, where, although this is now it's kind of filled with sort of relatively old stuff. I would say that, I'm going to just take these ones here that we voted on previously, like archiving old projects, the private events, things to the top of the ready column will be the higher priority ones. Estimated are things that we voted on, but we hadn't really sorted out the priority of, so you could work on them. And then stuff in the backlog, if we want to work on them, ideally we get them voted on and then moved into the, prioritized into the ready column. So that's the plan. I'm just going to 1603. I'm just going to go over here to Romu's pull request. Yeah, links to, so he's done that, links to 1603 there. But what we need in the here, we need it to say fixes 1603 archive old projects. And so hopefully if I do that and I reload that, then that should pull that into the in progress column. Let's see if it connects up. No, for some, is that not? Fixes 1603. Maybe it'll take some time. This is the pull request. Fixes 1603. Oh well. So what that should mean ultimately is that that's in progress in there, and the pull request one didn't work. Yeah. So, but what I'm going to propose is, I would say, of the things that we have in the backlog, this PayPal upgrade not working is the highest priority. So let's vote on this if we can. I guess Matt and Alex, you're both, what the problem is clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
So before we vote on it, I thought I was just looking at the code that supports this, and I thought I'd maybe show you the code to help inform the voting. So
Yeah, I'm at my exit. I'm sorry. I got to.
hey, no problem, Matt. We'll leave the vote in the Slack chat, and if you have a chance later, you can vote. Otherwise, not to worry. Great to have you in the chat thing, and have a great weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Okay, bye for now.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Matt. So what is the file name?
Yeah, so this is the subscriptions controller. So all of the at the moment, all of the plans that we kind of make available are kind of monthly subscriptions, and so that's all handled through the subscriptions controller. And
Yes, I found it.
yeah, so then we have, this is the main. Basically, we have this method here, create, which basically we've adjusted so that it can handle both PayPal and Stripe. So it comes in, it does these things. It's also handling whether there's also like a framework for sponsoring users. And we have this update method, which is the method that gets called when somebody wants to upgrade their plan. And so this works for Stripe. You can see it's kind of like, it's hard coded here, specifically to work for Stripe. And in fact, only for Premium Mob. So it's only supporting upgrading from Premium to Premium Mob. And I think this is what we've looked at before. We've identified, you can see from the comments here, we've one of the tricky things with this method is that there's multiple cases that we potentially want to support that, perhaps should be, from a RESTful point of view, should be handled by the update method. So, yeah, there's some complications because in some cases, like, for example, you might have where somebody has signed up for Premium themselves, but then someone else sponsors them for going from Premium to Premium Mob. And we have one situation like that, but it's not yet common, but so on. The main thing that we've got here is that this, case 2 works. The user pays for their own premium subscription and they upgrade themselves. And then if they're Stripe, the current code here is fine. But so I would say for the current situation, probably ignore the cases of, 1, 3, and 4 of like different people doing these things. We've made it so the button for upgrade to Premium is only visible to the user themselves. But the key change I would say here, like we wouldn't want to try and do too much at one time. The key change would basically be to work out what the code would do to work for PayPal, and then adjust it so that this update method can, both update PayPal and Stripe, depending upon, what kind of original subscription was taken out.
Yes, I understand the task. I'll explore it in details, and I think I will vote, in a while. I have time to explore it.
Cool. Well, but so if it makes sense, then maybe we can vote on it about the complexity of the task. So we can use the voting system in website 1, and maybe then we can get input from other people as well. Do you feel you understand it well enough to vote on the story?
Approximately.
Yeah.
I have an opinion, but I'm wrong.
Say again?
Hmm?
Say again? I thought you said something else, but. Okay. So that's the vote there. So if you're in the channel, so if you want to click a value, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I think what we can do is maybe what I was, saying to Matt, let's leave that there and see if anybody else wants to vote on it. And feel free to explore it and change your vote if you want, or what have you. Click here, discussion of above issue at end of. There we go. Yeah, and it sounds like you're interested to have a to look at this look at this item. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. I'll have to add you to the team there so that we can connect you to this ticket. But yeah. Okay. So, well, I think maybe that's all that we need to do for the kickoff today. I'm gonna try and see the archive old projects has now got in progress, and I think it's on please check. So let's pull that over there. So I guess I'm going to try and get things deployed, check this other one, and finish the other tickets that I had said that I would do before. And then hopefully next Friday we can have more voting, and I might start working on some new tickets. We'll see. I'm very busy with the NHS, but yeah. Any questions or anything else that you need for the website one project?
I think it will be useful to make some updates for instruction for C9. So the existing one is perfectly works, but there are some subtleties that I can clarify.
Okay.
To save time for newcomers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please do add pull requests on changes to the documentation or tips for C9. Be fantastic. Yeah, let's get it in.
That's all. Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much, Alex. Have a great weekend. If I don't, and I'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye for now.